Everyone, welcome to the race preview for the San Marino Grand Prix. MotoGP hasn't had long off. We're back straight into the racing after last weekend's incredible race around Aragon with Pecco, Bagnaia and Marquez. A few things to talk about this week. So we've got the return of Andrea Dovizioso, calm Pecco Bagnaia continue his form, Valentino Rossi's last race, and of course the return of Franco Morbidelli. So we'll start with the race winner from last weekend, Pecco Bagnaia, finally getting his first win in MotoGP. Looking back last year, around the second race at Misano in 2020, it could have been his first race as he was leading on the Pramac Ducati and unfortunately crashed out. And yeah, I think Pecco going into this weekend, of course, is going to be the favourite. A track that he races at or rides at a lot with Valentino Rossi, of course, in the VR46 Academy. So it is expected that he will be quite fast on the pace, as he proved that here last year. He got a podium in the first race and then, like I said, crashed out of the second one when leading. So I expect Pecco to go very well here, and it could be a double. It could be someone like Jack Miller where, finally waiting for that. Miller's case, he was waiting for that race win after a long time, and then the second one came along straight after, or the third one even came after. So I think Pecco could have that similar effect, effectively a home race for him. So let's see what can happen there. And as I've said, the return of Andrea Dovizioso, so he is going to be teammates with Valentino Rossi until the end of this season. He stands in, replaces Franco Morbidelli, who is back on the factory Yamaha, so he's moved up. I think it's going to be a good move for Dovi. I'm not really expecting much from him this weekend. He is on the oldest bike on the grid. He's just getting back in the MotoGP, even though he has been testing with Aprilia throughout this season. It's just good to have Dovi back. I think that when he gets up to speed eventually, and when he's on the new bike next year, I think we're going to see some of the old fireworks from Dovi come back. And then we also have, looking at Morbidelli, I think it's a weird one with Franco. I don't think he's fully fit. Valentino Rossi's even said, he struggled a lot, during the recovery process of this knee surgery. And putting him into the factory team straight away, he deserves it, of course. But is it too much too soon? Franco needs a bit of continuity, getting back into, just something similar to what he had. Would you put him on the Petronas still to the end of the year when he has his own crew, his own, just used to the bike, and put Dovi on the factory bike for the time being? Or do you just do what they're going to do now? It's a tough one, but I think Franco will be okay. Of course, he won his first ever race here last year, so track, like I say, he races out with Valentino in the academy. They do a lot of practice laps here on R1s and R6s, so a track that he knows. And I just hope that Franco can come back and can steadily gain form and show what he showed last year. I think that he's one of the best riders on the grid, so I do expect him to struggle this weekend. There's no real expectation on him to do well, as the knee injury he has had is very serious. Like I say, if a footballer had this injury, they'd be out for over a year nearly, because it takes so long for recovery. And then, like I also mentioned, we have the last race, the second to last race for Valentino Rossi around Misano, because we have one in 2 races time. So yeah, this is like his sort of farewell. Do I think Valentino's going to do anything around this circuit? It's hard to say. He done well here in the first round last year. He finished 4th, so yeah, I think he could surprise. I think it could be one of his best weekends of the year. I think that if he gets inside the top 10, a great result, but it's yet to be seen. Of course, everyone's going to be looking for the special helmet, of course, that he'll unveil on Saturday. And then looking at other riders, we have Marc Marquez. Can he spring any surprises this weekend? He won here in 2019. That was the last time he was here. Different Marquez, of course, but quietly confident that they will do something this weekend. Honda, the bike seems to be a bit more settled now. And the same can be said for Fabio Quartararo. He struggled here last year in the first round, and then he got a podium here in the second round, but had it taken off him due to exceeding track limits. And I think that if Fabio can come away with a top 4, even a podium finish, pretty much the championship is his. But you never know in MotoGP, so it's going to be a weird weekend. It's going to be one of those weekends where I think anything can happen. Let me know your race predictions in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to Crash MotoGP for more content. And I will see you on Sunday for the race review.